Hey YouTube, it's Tyler the Antenna Man. Today I'm going to review the Stirr app. It's a live TV streaming app that features over 70 live channels, local news, and on-demand content. It's available on virtually any platform: Fire TV Stick, Roku, Android TV, smartphones, even on your desktop browser at stirr.com. In this video, I'm going to go through the app to show the channels, some of the features, and how well Stirr works on the Amazon Fire TV Stick. Some of you may be surprised to know that Stirr offers live streaming of several popular over-the-air networks such as Comet, Stadium, and Charge. To download the Stirr app on your Fire Stick, Roku, or other streaming device, go to the App Store and search Stirr. It's spelled S-T-I-R-R. Once the app is downloaded and you open it up, Stirr will ask you to select a city to get your local news and entertainment from. If you do not see your area right away, if you go under additional cities, you can search for it there. In my situation, I'm going to scroll down to the Pennsylvania markets and select Wilkes-Barre-Scranton, which is powered by WOLF, the local Fox affiliate. It takes about 15 to 20 seconds to first load up all of the channels and content when you select a city, but once it's loaded up, this is the screen you'll see. If you scroll to the top, you'll see channel guide, search, settings, and you can also change the Stirr city if you want to go to a different city. Scrolling down, you'll see some icons on what's playing right now on the live TV channels. This is kind of looks like an Amazon Fire TV recast setup where you see little icons on what's currently airing, and then they have different categories that you can choose from. Looks like Stirr First, probably just some popular channels, popular programs, and then you can search it by category. So let's just search classic TV just to see what's on there. You can see Beverly Hillbillies, Petticoat Junction, Patty Duke Show, The Lucy Show, a bunch of classic TV shows that some of you guys may watch. You go back, retro sitcoms and westerns. You search on sci-fi and see what they have on there. And some of this stuff is live TV, so I noticed this isn't necessarily on-demand stuff. If I click on this, it looks like it's Mystery Science Theater 3000, but it's actually loading up what's on Shout TV right now. So a little flaw in my opinion. I would think that this was Mystery Science Theater 3000. But really not the end of the world. So you get how the on-demand section works. I'm now going to go through the channel guide to show you some of the live TV channels that are available on Stirr. It defaults to the Stirr channel when you first go on it, which is kind of just a mix of random programs, but the cool thing about it is it features local news content if you live in a city that has a TV station that partners with Stirr. So in this situation, Fox 56, their live newscasts air on here, and I can stream them whenever they air, as opposed to trying to go on the website, or if I don't have a good signal of the TV station, I can still get local news on this app. I'm going to continue down the channel lineup. 2020 Live, I'm not exactly sure what that is, so I'm going to click on it. Oh, political stuff. That's just what I'd love to show on my channel. Okay, I'm going to continue on. Newsy, that's a news channel. Law and Crime, Cheddar News. Some of these channels are familiar. It looks like some of these are on Pluto TV. Buzzer is a vintage game show network. Dove, I don't know what that channel is. American Classics. Britcom, Shout TV. Now I know Shout TV is available over the air, so some of you may be familiar with this channel. Maybe you got it before and it doesn't come in much more because of the FCC repack screwing things up, but you now have that on Stirr. Con TV, Charge, that's another over-the-air network that's available on Stirr. Keep scrolling down. Comet, this is a popular TV network. They show a lot of sci-fi TV shows and movies. And I double-checked the listing. The over-the-air channels that I'm seeing on here have the same exact program guide on Stirr. So it's not curated content. This is the live Comet TV feed, the same Comet TV feed you would get if you picked it up by an antenna. That's one benefit of Stirr. I know some people were complaining that Pluto was not showing the same stuff on certain channels that you would see on cable. This I can verify at least with Comet, Charge, Shout TV, and a few others, that you're getting the same exact programs that you would get on the network. So I'm going to keep going down. It looks like some more sci-fi content. Not sure exactly what this stuff is. Hunter, Wise Guy, Booker, Crime Story. And just kind of keep an eye on some of the programs, see if any of it is familiar to you, see if you like it. Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares. Chef Gordon Ramsay is always very entertaining to watch. Comedy Dynamics. The Lucy Show, I wonder what's on that channel. Now, here's what I'm curious about. Bonanza shows no data, so I'm going to click on that channel and see if anything loads up. And it's not loading up at all, so I can't tell if this is a glitch or if there's just nothing on right now, but it's not letting me load up these two channels where it shows that there's no data. I'm seeing that there is credits on right now, so it might be a glitch where if it's like 7:59, it's not going to load up certain shows, kind of like how Sling TV has this glitch. I could be wrong, it could just be another glitch, but it's definitely a glitch because it's not letting me click on that. I'm just going to keep going down the list. Stirr Movies, Stirr Action, Stirr Comedy, Stirr Horrors, Stirr Westerns. So again, this is kind of like Pluto TV in certain ways, but it's going to be different stuff than what you see on Pluto TV. A glitch just happened where the guide just went away. I didn't click on anything and it went away and it won't let me go back. And it seems to be right now, this is a pre-roll ad. So if you look in the bottom left corner of your screen, it says ad 1 of 6. This is another flaw, in my opinion, of Stirr, is that it runs these ads prior to you being able to click on some channels. Depending on how much you care, the fact that you're not paying for it and ads do support the channels, you may have a different opinion of it. Turns out it didn't run all 6 ads, it just ran 1, and now I can continue on. But never was really a fan of pre-roll ads. I know some of you see pre-roll ads on YouTube, maybe only 15 seconds, but I'm hoping that Stirr isn't running 6, 15, or 30-second ads before programs. I'm only seeing 1 most of the time, but I saw 1 of 6 the same way you saw it. So I'm just going to keep going down. Docurama, not exactly sure what that is. And again, a little glitch here. I can't exactly click on these channels, but maybe if I scroll over, does that let me click on it? Okay, solved the glitch. If you notice that you're trying to click on a channel, so for example this, and it shows no data and it doesn't let you click on it, if you scroll over to the next program, my guess is it's exactly 8 o'clock right now. Sling TV has the same glitch. Just click on the next program and hopefully it'll load up that channel. So I'm going to keep going down. Travel Channel, Big Life TV. So, okay, now it seems to be updated to 8 o'clock with this little sliver at probably 7:59. This is a relatively new app. It's probably less than a year old, so I'm sure they're still working on some of the bugs. TBD, this is to be determined. It's also an over-the-air channel that runs pretty random video. It's a lot of social media YouTube content. So if you like YouTube, like you like Antenna Man on YouTube, you might like this channel because you'll see other YouTubers, and I'm very familiar with this college kids, teenagers react. It's showing random scenes to them and seeing how they react. So it's kind of cool that's on there. Again, this is a live TV channel, and you're getting the same feed that you would get live over the air if it was in your network. So I'm just going to keep going down the list. Stadium, this is a pretty good channel as well. It's a competitor to ESPN. I'm not sure exactly how much live content they show, and right now they're in a commercial break, but it looks like they have a college basketball. There it is. And just kind of take a look at the layout. You'll kind of get a laugh. It looks exactly like ESPN. It has that black text, and just looking at it, you would think you're watching ESPN. So I think the issue is right now that's like 7:59, and it's still showing some of the TV listings from that. It's definitely something that Stirr has to work on, at least on the Amazon Fire Stick app. So I'm just going to keep going down. Outside TV, Edge, ESR, and it's just really cool that there's just so many live free channels on this app. Again, it's a lot like Pluto TV. but it's not Pluto TV. You get different content compared to what you got on there. And here's some music channels on here: rock alternative, pop adult, urban beats, the 70s, Latin pop. I don't like the 80s, but that's on there. You learned a little something about me in this video. I don't like 80s music. One thing that's kind of confusing is when you have the guide up and you press the back button, that brings you back to the show that you're watching. So this is pretty cool. So you would think if you press the back button, it'll get you back to the guide. But if you press the back button, it sends you back to the home screen. And so then you have to go up to the channel guide, and guess what? You're all the way at the beginning. It turns out in order to get back to the guide when you're surfing through channels, you want to press the select button twice. So pressing the select button once brings up the program information, then pressing it twice brings up this guide. So it's just a little bit confusing. In my opinion, I think it would be cool if you're watching this and you press the back button that it brings up this, but pressing the back button sends you home, and then you have to go back up to the channel guide, and then, oh, if you're watching one of the other channels, you have to go all the way down. Now there's two more things I want to go through in the Stirr app. The search bar is pretty cool because here you can search for very specific TV shows and even local news stories. So right now I'm going to search for Mystery Science Theater 3000. And to be honest, I didn't know it was on here before I searched it the other day. And sure enough, it loads up. The only flaw is that it takes a little bit to load up the titles. I have very fast internet, about 250 megabits. So I think one of the flaws in Stirr is that it's just loading up too much information. So right now I want to see all the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes that they have on here. And I'm cueing the Jeopardy theme song in my head right now while it loads them up. And I'm fairly patient. I think a lot of people are less patient than me. And some people are probably asking for their money back by now, even though they didn't pay anything. But yeah, this is definitely a thing that needs to be worked on. So now it's probably 20, 25 seconds. Now I have all of the Mystery Science Theater 3000 episodes that are available on Stirr loaded up. And there's a decent chunk of them. I'd say there's at least 10 of them on right now. I'm not sure how often they're refreshed or if these same episodes stay on here for eternity. Hopefully not, but let me just click on one right now and see how long it takes to load up and see if there's a pre-roll ad. And wow, that was very quick. Only took a few seconds to load up right away. In addition to national TV shows, you can also search for pre-recorded games and certain news segments. So in this situation, I searched Poconos and found West Scranton at North Pocono. If I click on that, that brings up a high school football game. So yeah, this is a local football broadcast that was probably from months ago, but that's still kind of cool if some of the stations that are on Stirr produce a local football game broadcast. You can go back and watch it, especially if it's your alma mater or if you have children that play at that school. It's kind of cool to have the ability to do that. The last thing I want to highlight about Stirr is the ability to select a different city and get local news content from that city. You're not restricted to the area you're living in the same way if you logged into YouTube TV, you would only get local news content from the channels in that area. In this situation, it's pretty cool that I can go through and get local news from the local TV stations that are in markets that you can select. Here, I'm gonna select WJAC for the Johnstown Altoona market. Since I used to live in State College, if I select that, and again, the only flaw is it takes about 20 seconds to load up, but once it loads up, I have access to the live local newscasts that air from WJAC TV on the Stirr app. So now that I selected the Altoona Johnstown market, you can see at 11 o'clock I'll get WJAC TV news at 11, and if I were an early riser, which I am not, I would be able to watch their news at 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30 in the morning, live as it airs. And again, if you keep going through, I can see it airs also at noon. And then I remember they had a 5, 5:30, and 6 o'clock news. So I do think that's pretty cool about Stirr. If you moved from an area and you want to watch a newscast that you used to watch a few months ago, maybe a few years ago, see what's going on in the city that you're from, or just curious to see what's going on in Birmingham, Alabama on the local news, you have the ability to do that on Stirr by changing the viewing region. All the other channels are the same. Again, the only difference is that it's showing me local news from the area selected. Overall, the Stirr app is pretty good. It offers over 70 live channels, on-demand content, and local news in select viewing regions, and the ability to change the viewing region to your preference. You're not restricted to watching the news in the area you live in like you would be on YouTube TV or Sling TV. Some of the cons include annoying pre-roll ads that can take anywhere between 15 seconds to a whole minute prior to watching a select channel. It doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen at times. It also takes some time to load up when you're searching for specific titles and selecting a viewing region, as you saw in my video. There are also some bugs that need to be fixed in the app, such as going back and it sets you back to the home screen instead of showing you the guide. That's going to be confusing for a lot of people and probably annoying, and it will take some time to get used to. And local news is not available in every single region. It's available in a lot of regions across the United States on the app, but not every single area. I highly recommend downloading this app as it provides plenty of additional content that you may not have been aware of before. If you use an antenna for TV and you don't have any kind of set-top box or smart TV, you just watch local over-the-air channels, you can access Stirr on your existing TV set. You would just have to purchase a Roku or Amazon Fire TV stick. I attached links to both in the description of this video. Thanks again for watching this video, and stay tuned to my channel for more cord-cutting and antenna-related information. If you're on Facebook, like my Facebook page at facebook.com/AntennaManPA. Subscribe to my channel for updates, and have an awesome day.